Good morning, everybody. Today, I will introduce you to simultaneous equations. Before we proceed with simultaneous equations, we will do a revision of basic algebra. Without knowing the basic algebra operations or activities, you will not be able to grasp what's happening in simultaneous equations. First, we will get this minus 3 plus 4. When you combine these two, you will get plus 1, which you know. If I write this as minus 3x plus 4x, the answer will be plus 1x, which we can write as plus x. Question number 2, minus 8 minus 9. When you combine both these numbers, which are negative 8 and negative 9, you get negative 17, minus 17. If I write this as minus 8y and minus 9y, like terms, you can combine these two and get minus 17. What is the type? Y, minus 17y. Question number 3, plus 10 plus 2. When you combine these two, you get plus 10 which is plus 8p plus 2p, which is equal to plus 10p. Plus 8 plus 2 is equal to plus 10. Plus 8p plus 2p is equal to plus 10p. Next, we will revise the multiplication rule. Minus 3 into minus 4 is plus 12. Similarly, if I multiply minus 3 into minus 4x, it will be plus 12x. Plus 8 into plus 2 is plus 16. Plus 8 into plus 2x, it will be plus 16x. Minus 3 into plus 3 will be minus 15. Minus 3 into plus 3y will be minus 15y. Plus 4 into minus 7 is equal to minus 28. Similarly, plus 4 into minus 7p will be minus 28p. This knowledge has to be in your head in order to proceed further. Okay, further revision. Now we are going to revise a little bit of indices. You can see minus 3x, multiplication minus 3x. The answer will be plus 12x squared. How do you get that? Minus and minus becomes plus. 3 into 4 becomes 12. X and x, which is 1 here and 1 here, 1 plus 1 becomes 2. Question number 2. Minus 3x squared into minus 4x. Answer is plus 12x cubed. How do you get that answer? First the sign. Minus into minus plus. 3 into 4, 12. X squared into x. You know that although there is no power here, like you should know there is 1 here. So the 2 and 1, then the 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay, question number 3. Minus 3x squared into minus 4x cubed. Similarly, minus into minus plus 3 into 4, 12. X squared into x cubed. 2 and 3 gets added. It becomes 5 here. So that is the answer for that. Next we come to this is division form. Minus 6x squared to the power 5 minus 2x squared. In the division, same rule applies. Minus and minus divided becomes plus. How do you get the 2? 2 times 1 here, cancel 2 times 3. You get 3. X to the power 5, x to the power 2. In division, the indices get subtracted. 5 minus 2, which is plus 3, x to the power 3. Understood? Next, plus 12x square y to the power 6 in the numerator side, minus 3y squared in the denominator side. Now, this plus, this minus, signs are opposite, so the answer will be minus in the division. 3 and 4 when you divide, again you can cancel and find out. 3 times 1 here, 3 times 4 there, that will be 4 y to the power 6, y to the power 2. 6 minus 2 becomes 4 there. Question number 3. X to the power 4 bracket in to the power 3, which means this 3 and 4 gets multiplied, answer is x to the power 12. This is all division. 4. 2x to the power 4 brackets to the power 3. This power influences the 2 as well as the x to the power 4. What is the power here? 1. So 3 into 1, 2 to the power 3 into 1 here. X to the power 4, you multiply 3 into 4. Here you get 2 to the power 3, answer is 8. Here you get x 4 into 3 to the power 12. That's the answer. So this gives a quick revision of the indices which is necessary for your simultaneous equations. Alright. Again, further revision of brackets. All these necessary. If you don't know this, you will not be able to understand what we are going to do in simultaneous equations. Can you see here, question number 1, 3, a bracket and a minus 6. What does this mean? This 3 means plus 3. Although there is no sign here, it means a multiplication. This minus 6 is here. Plus into minus is minus, 3 into 6 is 18. So you know what other answer comes. Next question. Again, minus 5, bracket 6. What is the meaning of that? Minus 5. Although there is no sign here, it means multiplication. Sign is plus here, 6. Minus into plus, minus 5 into 6, 30. So that is the answer for that. Third question. 3, bracket 2x plus 6. Although there is no sign here, it means a multiplication. So 3 plus 3 into 2x plus 6 again into plus 3. You multiply each of these by the plus 3. If you take this, plus into plus is plus, 3 into 6, 2 is 6. What is the type? X. Over here, plus into plus is plus, 6 into 3 is 18. So here you get plus 6x. In algebra, you can write without the sign here as 6x plus 18. This means there is a plus in front. You don't have, even if you write it, you're right. Even if you don't write, it's okay. So that will be the answer. Question number 4. Minus 3, bracket, 2x plus 6 inside the bracket. There is no sign here, it is a multiplication. So minus 3 into plus 2x plus 6 into minus 3. Minus into plus is minus, 3 into 6x. Plus into minus is minus, 6 into is 18. So that is your answer. That gives you again a revision of the opening of brackets. Okay, next step. Addition of algebraic functions. Important, very important. Now I write algebraic function 2x plus 3y. At the bottom I write 6x minus 5y. You can note that I have the y's under the y's and the x under the x's. And what I have got to do? I have to add these two functions. I will add. Now the process is this. You take the y's. Alright, what is the one on top? Plus 3y on top. And the minus y at the bottom. You write it like this. Now you open bracket. Who is here? 1. When you open this bracket, it becomes plus 3y. The bracket is opened here, and you must know there is a 1 here. When it opens out, plus into minus is minus 5y. plus 3y minus 5y, when you combine, you get minus 2y. That is the part for the y term. Similarly, when you add the x's, you will write the x's 2x over there in a bracket. Addition sign here, what do you add? 6x. What is the meaning of this? It is 1 is here and 1 is here. When you open the bracket, this will become 2x and that will become plus 6x. That will become 8x. So the answer to that part will be 8x. You will take the y term separately, x term separately. But you will write in the bracket form and then get the answer. You will see the reason why when you go proceed to the second question. See the first question, alright, the second one. In this case, you have the same question, 2x plus 3y on top, 6x minus 5 at the bottom, subtract. So you will write plus 3y over like this in the bracket, subtract here, bracket minus 5y. When you open the bracket, you know that there is one here and there is one here. When you open the bracket, you multiply plus 3y, multiply minus and minus plus, 1 into 5y is 5y. Combine this plus 3y and the plus 5y, you get plus 8y. So that will become plus 8y. Next part. 2x subtract 6x. You know the meaning, who is here? 1 and 1. Open the bracket, 2x. This becomes minus 6x. Answer will be minus 4x. You have combined these two. When this is plus and that is minus, when you combine these two, you get minus 4x. That is the reason what I told you must learn the combination law. Minus 4x. Okay boys, further addition and subtraction, we want to be a master of it. So these are addition. Okay, can you see now? Okay, now you know that you will have to write this at the bottom. That's how we start. Okay, plus 6q in a bracket plus minus 2q. Open the bracket. You know who is there? 1 and 1. And you open the bracket, multiplication, plus 6q minus 2q, and the answer will be plus 4q. Similarly, the p term, you get plus 2p on top, bracket, this sign here and a plus 4p at the bottom. Who is here? 1 and a 1. When you open the bracket, you get plus 2p plus 4p, which is plus 6p. So you get plus 6p over there. You notice that when you open the bracket over here, you get the same 6q and the same minus 2q over there after you open the bracket. In this case also, after you open the bracket here, you get the same 2p plus the 4p over there and you get 6p when you combine. In other words, can we combine these two directly and write the answer? Ask yourself that question. Plus 6q minus 3q, will it give plus 4q? Yes. Plus 2p plus 4p, will it give plus 6p? Yes. So we know that although this is the process, that after the process, the signs will not change. Can you see? Plus 6p plus 6p. Minus 2q, same signs are there. So in addition, you can directly combine and get the answer. Directly. Now we consider the subtraction. Plus 6q Subtraction minus 2q. When you open the bracket, you multiply with the 1, you get plus 6q plus 2q. Now when you open the bracket over here, what has happened? The plus 6q is there, but minus 2q has turned to plus 2q. Sign has changed. So in a subtraction, this sign will change, and then only you get the answer plus 8q. So you must remember that in future we can't be doing this exercise like this right road, because we want to do it fast. If we want to do it fast, we must remember the bottom sign changes when the bracket opens. Can you see? Minus 2q become plus 2q. You combine that and you get plus 8q. Similarly, what happens here is 2p bracket minus 4p. Open the bracket means 2p minus 4p. Can you see this plus 4p has become a minus 4p there? Because they have a subtraction sign. So the bottom one, the bottom term changes sign. So our sign will be minus 2p. So this will be minus 2p. Question number 3, addition. In this case, we are not going to do the bottom part. We will now try to do it mentally. It's addition. Will you try the bottom signs? No. We know that the bottom sign will not change in addition. So minus 3y plus 3y combined, you get plus 2y. Plus 6x minus 2x, sign will not change. Plus 4x, you straight away write the answer. In addition, sign will not change. Subtraction. Minus 3y, sign will change. I have shown you here the sign changes. The minus 4 becomes here. Sorry. It will be here minus 2q and that will be plus 2q. Can you change sign? The plus 4p changes to minus 4p. Therefore, in subtraction, the sign changes. Bottom line sign. So this will become minus 3y minus 5y. You must remember that. It will become minus 8y. It's important. You know why it changes. I have shown you why it changes. Hereafter you will remember in subtraction, the bottom line sign will change. Why? You have learned it. So you will remember it. Now next line. 6x, bottom line changes, plus 2x, and that will become 8x. In future, you will be using this method. You have learned the why and the wherefore of it. This is the implementation. You got to remember why it changes, but you will implement it this way. Remember it and implement it. Okay, back again for further exercises. What we learned, we are going to practice now. Because if you don't practice, if you don't repeat it, you will not remember it. You've got to have it in your head when you are doing the simultaneous equations. Okay, here we go. Exercises. Number 1. All these mental work what you are going to do, addition, addition and addition. Does the bottom line change signs? No. In that case, we can combine directly. It will be minus 10y plus 7x. Why did I put plus here? Plus 3x plus 4x plus 7x. I can write without the plus sign also. That is also okay. But to make it more clear, I have written a plus there. There is no doubt. Question number 2. Addition. Does the bottom line change sign? No. Can you combine directly? Yes. Minus 4q plus 8q. Can you remember? I have told you must know the combination rules. This becomes plus 4q. Over here, plus 6p plus 2p. Although there is no plus here, we must know it's a plus. We must know it's a plus because that will be plus 8p. Again, I told you, I can write this with the plus or with the plus, both are okay. Third question. Addition. Does the bottom line change the sign? No. Can we combine directly? Yes. plus 6b minus 7b plus 5b minus 3a, although there is no sign here as plus, it will be plus 4a, that will be a plus a here. Fourth question, subtraction. Can you combine directly? No. What will happen? Bottom line must change sign. So I suggest that you write it and do it. Instead of writing it on head, minus 9y will not change, plus 4y become minus 4y, which is minus 13y. Top is plus 6x, minus 2x become plus 2x, bottom line changes sign, we have plus 8x. Are you okay? Let's go for number 5. Subtraction, bottom line changes sign. Minus 3q on top does not change the sign. Minus 5q changes means plus 5q. Answer will be plus 2q. Plus 8p on top. Plus 8p at the bottom changes sign. Minus 2p. It will become plus 6p. Again, question number 6. Subtraction. Bottom is changing sign. It will become plus 8b. And plus 2b minus become plus 10b. 5a, bottom changes sign, 3a, that will become plus 8a. Top is additions where the bottom line does not change the sign. Should you have in your head? Subtractions, bottom line changes sign, combine and get the answer. Okay? Okay, special case. Case where one letter disappears. Take this problem where 3x minus 5y is written on top, 6x plus 5 at the bottom, and there is an addition sign here. Now when you add, I have told you that the bottom line does not change sign. They are combined directly. Minus 5y plus 5y, when you combine, what will happen? You get 0 answer here. There are no y's. 3x plus 6x will be 9x. So 0 means there is nothing over there. The y's have disappeared. In the case of addition, it becomes 0. 0 means there are no y. No y means y is not existing, y is gone. In this case, 3p minus 6q, 3p plus 8q. You subtract. When you subtract, the bottom line changes sign, it will become minus 14q. This becomes plus 3p minus 3p, 0. That means p does not exist. P is no more, that means p vanishes. So therefore we can understand there is no p. So you observe from this, when you add sometimes, some letters will combine to become 0, or when you subtract, some letters will become 0, combine to become 0. You also will note that in the one which disappear, the coefficient is 5, the 5 and the 5 are same. And the coefficient 3 and 3 are same. Please note that. In the next part, we will use that knowledge to sort ourselves out. Okay? Okay. Back to our Simultaneous equations. In this case, I have written, as per these examples, consider the following. What are these examples? The one I did earlier, the examples we did, where one letter disappears. You observe that coefficient is equal, then we can make that disappear either by addition or subtraction. Now I am going to give you these expressions: 6x minus 9y, 6x plus 12y. You can draw a line here on, and there may be another line there. It's okay. Now the question is this: if you want the term 6x to disappear, this 6x to disappear, what would you do? Would you add or subtract? Would you add or would you subtract? Now at this stage, you might not be able to decide whether to add or subtract. Therefore, what I suggest is, to find out what works, you can add and you can subtract, and then you will see what works for you. Okay, this is the addition. So you know when you are adding, the bottom line will not change sign. You will combine directly. Minus 9y plus 12y will be plus 3y. Over here, 6x means there is a plus here. 6x there is a plus. When you combine them, no change of sign, plus 12x. So you see, when you are adding, it will not disappear. Let's see what happens when you subtract. Minus 9y plus 12y, yes, bottom line sign will change. Minus 9y minus 12y. Why is that? This plus will become minus because in subtraction sign will change. Combine minus 9y minus 12y minus 21y. For the x's, 6x which is plus 6x, that's the top, this is the top one. The bottom one, when you come here, you change sign, minus 6x. What happens? This will become 0. What happened? That means the x's will vanish. Over here, answer is 0, there is no x's. So what are you going to do? You should be able to observe this and decide, if I want to get x to disappear, x to not exist in this, am I to add, am I to subtract? Always the one with the equal coefficient is the one which is the candidate for the disappearance. You should be able to decide. But if you are unable to decide, don't worry about it. You can always go to your rough work column and you can add and you can subtract and find out what really happens. Then you can decide, decision is made, yes, to make 6x disappear, I will subtract. Because you know, by adding it will not happen. Okay, now we will do further exercises in trying to make some letters disappear or eliminating some letter. Take question number 1. When you study this, which letter do you think that you can eliminate? I mentioned earlier that the letter which disappears will have equal coefficients. Which is the one which has equal coefficient? Is it the P which has equal coefficient or is it the Q? The 6 and the 6 is equal. So we can eliminate the P. We can eliminate the P. Now how can we eliminate the P? Can we add or subtract? Now we will try here to do it in the mind. Okay, let's give it a try. So let's add and see. If you add, signs will not change. Therefore, minus 3q plus 8q will give 5q here. So there is the answer there. 6p, that is plus 6p plus 6p, you add, you get an answer 12p. So none of the letters will disappear. Yeah, our target is what? The p. The p will not disappear. So if it does not disappear by adding, you have only another alternative. It will be the subtraction. Subtract now. Okay, let's try. If you subtract this, I will mark the subtraction here now. Subtracting means bottom line sign will change. Minus 8q. Combine minus 3q or minus 8q minus 11q. Are you there with me? Okay. Go to the p's. Plus 6p. That's on the top. It won't change. Bottom will change. This becomes minus 6p. Plus 6p minus 6p will be 0. So therefore, when you subtract only, the p will disappear. Okay? Let's go for number 2. Practice. Again, we have here minus 8x plus 5y minus 3x minus. The candidate for disappearance will be the y because coefficients are equal. Candidate for the disappearance. You cannot make these disappear because their coefficients are not equal. So can you add or subtract and then make y disappear? Okay, we will try the addition first. Addition means the top plus y and the minus 5y at the bottom will not change. Therefore, when you combine them, you can note that it becomes 0. So this will become minus 11x. So in this case, this should become 0. You don't have to consider subtracting because you already found the answer. You already found the answer. Go to this one. Now can you observe and decide what? Let's think and see how the b, which is with equal coefficients, how can it make b disappear? Will it be addition or will it be subtraction? If you are not sure, you don't have to worry. You go to the rougher column, okay, 1, I am not sure, therefore I will first of all add. So adding means minus 6a plus minus 6a. No change in sign. What happens? Minus 6a minus 6a, which is minus 12a. So by adding you don't get 6 will disappear. So what are the alternative you have now? Subtract. When you subtract, bottom sign will change. What happened here? Plus 6b. Plus 6b and minus 6b is 0. So you have to subtract to make the 0. This will become minus a. Fourth question, practice again. Candidate for disappearance is y. I use to add or subtract. If you add, sign will not change. Therefore, this will become minus 6y, minus 12y. So it will not disappear. Therefore, subtract, bottom sign will change, it will become plus 6y and minus 6y, this will become 0. So what happens? When you subtract? When you subtract, this will be minus, so this will be 4x. Plus 12x minus 8x, 4 plus 4x. Okay, question number 5. Again, who will be the candidate for disappearing here? It will be the A. Will it be added or subtracted? Okay, mentally, you add and see, this will become minus B because sign will not change. Plus 2B, what about here? Minus 8A, if there is no sign here, it means there is a plus here. That becomes 0. So you get the answer immediately, it could by adding, A will disappear. Alright, now we are ready to give you an example of solving a simultaneous equation. Example, a plus b is equal to 7, equation 1 will label it as 3a minus b equals 1, equation 2. You will note that there are two letters, we call it unknowns. There is 3a here, there will be a's are written under the a's, b's are written under the b's, equal signs are written under the equal signs, the numbers are on the right hand side written one under the other and they are labeled equation 1, equation 2. We have to get used to writing this in this pattern. Now, when you look at this right hand side, a plus b and minus b, if I close this up, can you see this is the type of question we have been doing earlier. A plus b and 3a minus b 2. If I want b to disappear here, what would I do? Okay, you know that if you want a letter to disappear when the expressions are lined up like this, either you can add or you can subtract. So what will you do? Can you make a decision? You know that if it is added, can you see that the sign will not change? Plus b minus b becomes 0. So if I want to make the b to disappear, I will add the left hand side. If I add the left hand side, because these are equations, to maintain the equality, I must add the right hand side. This is the left hand side, that's the right hand side. Left hand side, right hand side. If I add the left hand side, I must add the right hand side. Okay, here we go. What we are going to do with this? This is the main movement. We draw a line here and we say here equation 1. That means this top part and the right hand side will be added to equation 2. That is the left hand side of this and the right hand side of this. When you add, what happens? Take the left hand side, sign will not change. You will combine the same letters, plus b and minus b will become 0. So we can draw a line like this and show that, we are not stretching it out, it should be very visible, that the plus b and minus b, what we are going to indicate, will become 0. What happens is, there is a plus a here, sign will not change, adding plus 3a, this will become 4a. So that's what happens on the left hand side. On the right hand side, what happens? Add 7, alright, we call it 7 is plus 7, and plus 1, which will become 4a will be equal to, when you open the bracket, will be plus 7 plus 1. So 4a will be equal to 8. You notice that even on the right hand side, you can combine without changing sign and then the answer. Now 4a equals 8 means there is a relationship, a left hand side and a right hand side connected by equal sign. This is called a simple equation. What we have done is we have converted this simultaneous equation by eliminating b into a simple equation having only one unknown. Now you have to solve this simple equation which you should know. How would you solve the equation? You have to find a. If you want to find a, you have to get rid of 4. How do you get rid of 4? You will be knowing this. 8 and 4. It is simplify. 4 times 1, 4 times 1. What am I doing here? I am dividing the top and bottom by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 4 divided by 4 is 1. If I divide at the bottom, I will divide at the top. These are fractions. 4 divided by 1, 8 divided by 4, 2. So a upon 1 is equal to 2 over 1, which is a is equal to 2. When you write a, that means there is a 1 underneath, but you don't write it. When you write 2, there is 1 underneath. You don't write this one. So that is our standard practice in algebra. You will not write the 1 usually, but to make it clear for you that this 1 doesn't disappear. It is there. What happened to 1? It is still there. That is our practice. You don't write that 1. Okay? Now we are solving it. Now what would you do for the b? Now the next part will be substitute a equals 2 in equation 1 will be. What is equation 1? What is equation 1? A plus b is equal to 7. That is equation 1. Instead of a, I am going to put 2. That is substituting. Instead of a, I am putting 2 plus b is equal to 7. To get b, in this case, I will have to get rid of plus 2. How do you do that? You already be knowing that this 2 can go to the other side, it will become minus. So b will be equal to 7 minus 2, b will be equal to 5. So the answer will be, therefore a is equal to 2, b is equal to 5. A double bracket, and that will be a final answer. Alright then, I will work out a second example. Again, there will be a 3a plus 4b is equal to minus 1, labeled as equation 1. Minus 2a plus 4b equals minus 6, labeled as equation 2. As you see, the a's are lined up with a's, b's are lined up, the equals and the numbers all have to be lined up nicely and neatly. Now, if I consider the left hand side, which letter would you think will be the candidate for elimination? Will it be the A? Will it be the B? Obviously we know B has the coefficient 4, they are equal, then they will be the ones, will be the candidate for elimination. The next question is, how would I eliminate B? There are only two ways to do it. Either I add or I subtract. Now you will be thinking, oh dear, what am I to do? Am I to add? Am I to subtract? If you go back to your earlier lesson, you will be able to, or I want you to do it mentally. Because at the exam you need speed as well as the way know how to do it. But if you don't know, if you cannot do it mentally, you will, in order to get the correct answer, you will put pen to paper and work it out. So, but you go to your other work column and write 3a plus 4b minus 2a plus 4b. Okay, you add and check it out. You add and check it out. What happens here? Adding means bottom line will not change sign. Therefore, you combine. This will become 8b plus 3a minus 2a will be plus a. Have you eliminated anybody? No, you are not eliminated anybody. So you are left with the other method is only subtraction. So you will know by subtraction B has to disappear. Anyway, if you are not sure, you can write it here again. If you are not so sure, and subtract and see. What happens here? On top you get plus 4b, bottom sign changes minus 4b, which is 0. So that answer is 0. Sign changes here, plus 2a, answer will be plus 5a. Okay, now you know definitely when you subtract, the letter B will disappear. Therefore you draw a line here, and at this level you write equation 1 subtract equation 2. Because you are subtracting the bottom from the top. Here you are subtracting. Therefore, from equation 1 you are subtracting equation 2. What will happen here? Subtracting the left hand side, sign will change. This will become plus, so 5a. That's what you did in your other column. This will become minus 4b. Combining it will become 0. So I don't just draw a line to show, yes, those two terms, that is the first top part and bottom, will combine to become 0. It doesn't, shouldn't use the word cancel. Because lots of time cancel is being used. It's alright, but the real meaning is it will combine to become 0. That should be in your head. Now, the right hand side. Minus 1, if you subtract, the bottom will change sign. So it will be minus 1 plus 6. Minus 1 plus 6. So if you are not very sure about it, let's see what happens there. Minus 1 on top, subtract minus 6. Open the bracket, minus 1. Can you see? There is 1 new, open the bracket means plus 6. Minus 1 plus 6 is operated like that. So when the sign changes, this is the result. So what happens here now? 5a will be equal to 5. Now in order to get a, you have to get rid of this 5 here. How do you get rid of that? You write here 5a divided by 5. Right hand side you divide by 5. That you will know by learning the simple equations. 5 and 5, what happens there? We call it cancellation. What do you do? You divide 5 by 5, 1, divide by 5 by 1, you get here 1 here on top and 1 at the bottom. 5, 1, 5, 1, 1 on top, 1 at the bottom, which means a is equal to 1. Substituting in equation 1, you can find this. Find B. You can find B. Okay, I will stop there. I will allow you to do by substituting the second part. Okay? Done. we will give you another example for a little more practice. Now we have written here 2p plus q is equal to 10 and labeled as equation 1. 3p minus 3q equals 1, labeled equation 2. Now if you observe this, what would you want to eliminate? Would you want to eliminate p or you want to eliminate q? We have a problem here because the coefficients of p are different. The coefficient of q is also different. Therefore, in this form, we cannot eliminate p or q. We cannot. Therefore, we will make the coefficients of p equal. How would you do that? How are you going to make the coefficient of p in equation 2 and equation 1 the same? Now this is what you are going to do. You have here 2, you have here 3. So what are you going to do? Take the present. What is the LCM of that? LCM. How do you get the LCM? You must be knowing that you are done in lower classes. 1, 3, 3, 1, 1. Therefore the LCM is what? 2 into 3, which is 6. LCM is 6. Now I am going to turn, if I want to turn the coefficient of p, this p into 6, I will have to multiply this 2 by 3. Similarly, I will have to multiply this 3 by 2. Now this is the way we are going to do this. Equation 1, we are going to multiply by 3. Because I cannot only multiply this, because it's equation. If I multiply anybody on the left hand side, I will multiply on the right hand side, otherwise the equality will be disturbed. The equation will be disturbed. So therefore we are going to multiply the left hand side of the equation 1. When you multiply 2 by 3, it will be 6p plus 3q is equal to 30. That will be equation 3. Next, equation 2 will be multiplied by, if I want to make this into 6, I will have to multiply by 2. That means this will become 6p, that will become minus 4q, that's the left hand side. Make sure you multiply the right hand side. 2 into 1, 2, that will be 4. Now observe these two equations. You have on the left hand side 6p plus 3q, 6p minus 3. What is it that you can eliminate? Coefficients are equal, p can be eliminated. Next question is, how can you eliminate? Now you must be doing the, mentally you must be able to decide. If you add this, sign will not change, this will become 12p. Therefore you will subtract, this will become minus, that means it will become 0. So therefore you will say equation 3 subtract equation 4. This must be right in front of that because this instruction applies to that equation. This must be in front of that because this instruction applies to that equation. This instruction will be implemented right in front. What happens? When you subtract equation 3 from equation 4 from equation 3, the bottom line will change signs. So minus 3p, 6p, minus 6p plus 6p will become 0. What we do? We draw a line and indicate that these two terms combining will become 0. This minus will become plus because it's a subtraction. So plus 4q plus 3q will be plus 7q is equal to, bottom will become minus 2 plus 30 because we are subtracting, bottom will become, so it will become 28. 7q divided by 7, 28 divided by 7. Yes, 1, 1, 1 and 4. What happened? 1q over 1 is equal to 4 over 1, which is q is equal to 1. We'll do that here. This q over 1 will be equal to 4 over 1, which is q is equal to 4. Q is equal to 4. Okay, second part of the question. To substitute q equals 4 in equation 1, you write equation 1, 2p plus q equals 10, that is equation 1. The next line, 2p plus, instead of q you put 4 here, is equal to 10. Then 2p is equal to 10 minus 4. 2p is equal to 6. Getting rid of the 2, you divide both sides by 2. You get p over 1 is 3 over 1, which is p is equal to 3. You get p is equal to 3, q is equal to 4. That is the end of the problem. Okay? You substitute this q equals 4 in equation. You can even substitute equation 2 and get the same answer. But let's stick to what we know now and slowly go further. Okay, we will be doing another example. A little bit big figures, right? And we will see how the LCM comes into play here. Now again, if you inspect this, you get a 6p and a 5q and a 9p and a 4q. You don't find any letters with equal coefficients. Therefore, as in the previous example, we will make the first term equal. How do I going to make first term equal? We will take the 6 and the 9 and find out its LCM. How do you get the LCM? That's 3, 9, 3, 1, 3, 3, 1, 1, 2 into 3 is 6, 6 into 3 is 18 is the LCM. LCM is 18. Now I will convert 6 into 18 and 9 into 18. How would I do that? I will take equation 1 and multiply it by 3. I will multiply equation 1 by 3. When you multiply equation 1 by 3, this will become 18p minus 15q, and that will be 72. That will be equation 3. Now I need to convert 9 into 18 to the LCM 18. What would I do? I will multiply equation 2 by 2. So that it goes over there, right in front over there. It will become 18p minus 8q, which is 44. The equation 4. Now we have got everybody lined up with the p is equal, and what we'll do now is draw a long line here, and we have to decide whether to add or subtract to eliminate p. Now you will have to use what you have learned before, whether you are going to add or subtract to get the p out of their way, or to eliminate p, or to make p disappear. So you know that when you subtract, this will become minus and the plus p will disappear. Therefore you do equation 3 subtract equation 4. We are going to subtract from equation 3 equation 4. So the bottom will become minus. When this becomes minus, this plus 8, when you combine, this will become 0. This becomes plus. Minus 15q will be minus 7q. Minus 7q. On the right hand side, this plus, it will become minus. So it will be 72 minus 44. Alright, you won't be able to do it in your head. Alright, we'll do it like this. You take it off. 112, take away 4, you get 4 here. There will be 6 here, take away 4, 28. So it will be 28. So that will be 28. To get Q, of course, you will be doing the normal thing now, but still there's small variation. You have divide by minus 7. In that case, right hand side you divide by minus 7. When you cancel, you are cancelling the 7 and the 7 because you are going to divide top and bottom by 7. It will be 1 and 1. Do not cancel the minuses. Minuses don't cancel out, but minus and minus will become plus. You can't cancel it out. It's a result. Over here, 7 and 7 will cancel out and you get 1Q over 1 which is equal to, on this side, 7 times 1, 7 times 4. Upstairs you get plus 4, downstairs you get minus 1. Therefore, you will get here Q is equal to minus 4. Okay, second part of the problem. You are going to substitute Q equals minus 4 in equation 1. Here in equation 1, therefore 6p minus 5 bracket minus 4 over here is equal to 24. 6p plus 20 is equal to 24. Therefore, 6p will be equal to 24 with both this side minus 20. 6p will be equal to 4. To get p, divide both sides by 6. 6. This will cancel off 1, 1. 2 times 2, 2 times 3. Therefore, p will be equal to 2 over 3. Therefore, p is equal to 2 over 3. Q is equal to minus 4. That will be the answer. P will be equal to 2 over 3 and Q will be equal to minus 1. We'll write over here, can't see it otherwise.